Hey y'all, okay, so here's section 11.2 on rational functions. A rational function, the word rational is made up of the root word ratio, and ratio just means fraction. So basically these are just functions or equations that have fractions in them. When you have fractions, you have things that happen, like when you have the denominator, which of course is the bottom of a fraction. If you have a variable in the denominator of a fraction, you're going to have what's called an excluded value. You know how you can't divide by zero? You're not supposed to have zero in the denominator. So like, for example, this function right here, and I'm on page 678 in your book, there's going to be excluded value. X cannot equal zero there. On this one right here, if you set x plus 1 equal to 0, you end up getting x equals -1. That would be an excluded value. Like that -1, if you plug it back in, -1 plus 1 is 0 in the denominator, and that's a problem for that particular function. Same thing here. Set 4x minus 8 equal to 0. You eventually get 2 when you do that. 2 would be an excluded value. If you plug 2 back in, it's a problem. You do not want that. So an excluded value is just something that the denominator cannot be. To figure that out, just set your denominator equal to 0, and then whatever you get, of course, is your excluded value. Asymptotes is another thing that you probably haven't heard before. An asymptote is basically the same thing as an excluded value. There are vertical asymptotes and there are also horizontal asymptotes. To get a vertical asymptote, you just set the denominator equal to 0 and solve. And that's your excluded value basically is your vertical asymptote. It's the same thing. Now, horizontal asymptote is different. For the ones that we're going to do in Algebra 1, we're just going to keep it really simple. The horizontal asymptote is going to be y equals whatever this c value is. So if you're looking at an example, let me see if I can find one, like this example on page 680. Right here, your vertical asymptote would be x equals 0. Your horizontal asymptote would be y equals -4. It's just whatever is added or subtracted right here out off to the side. So hopefully that helps.